Hello everyone, my name is RagingRaptor and welcome to a new Explained, and today it's all about the update 1.12 common test first iteration. Now we have 4 unique topics which are all about the updated test server right now, and then we have one more about the battle pass which is kind of weird. So let's just jump in and let's see what we have. First things first, Wargaming did announce that they're going to buff more than 15 tier A premium vehicles which are lackluster. And the first 4 ones are the SG Guard, the T26E4 Suka Pershing, the STA2 and the T34-3. The first time when we heard about those changes for those 4 premium tanks, we didn't really expect that Wargaming aimed to revise over 15. So we can maybe start thinking what could in theory be, and I think the T34, the CDC, as well as the Patton KR and T25 Pilot are all on the chopping block, which could in theory get buffed by until the end of 2021. I think also tanks like the IS-6 could in theory get some more buffs, tanks like the VK7501K, which I recently free-marked because god awful that thing is trash. Now, let's have a quick look at those changes. The SDG gets a DPM buff, a better engine, and a little bit better accuracy on the move. That's totally a-okay. This tank is not supposed to be OP or anything, so this little buff is more than okay. It's kind of funny though that this thing will have 1800 DPM, having roughly the same niche as the 122 TM. And the 122 TM has like 1300 DPM. Okay, it has a little bit more alpha and this has more armor than the SDG. The SDG definitely doesn't have armor, and the armor is only really there to maybe occasionally deflect one round. Now, the Suka Pershing. This one I already consider to be a fairly okay vehicle. Not only does it have special matchmaking, it also has very good armor. And if you know how to play like turret, using 10 degrees of gun depression, you can bounce a lot of ammunitions, because the cupola is fairly bouncy, at least from my personal experience when I'm fighting against it. Now Wargaming decided to give it a better engine, more accuracy on the move by a lot, 0.04 more is very good. And then we have the turret traverse speed, which is also going up by 6 degrees. Now also thinking to maybe use the turbocharger on this vehicle, as well as a stabilizer and maybe a rammer. Damn, this thing will be a rather speedy, a speedy heavy tank actually, with that sort of armor, so it could be very interesting to play. STA2, there's not much to say. The STA2 is not that good of a medium tank, but those buffs are very nice. I think a little bit more accuracy on the move would have been perfect, but I really like those changes. Better accuracy overall, faster aim time, and 400 meters view range. That is just perfect. I really like that. 400 meters space view range on tier 8 is glorious. It really makes this tank unique. T34-3, which is the competitor for the 122 TM, well, it gets more hit points, the same amount actually, gets a little bit more accurate gun, and over almost half a second quicker aim time. That's pretty noticeable. That will be pretty noticeable. So yes, it won't have a better gun stats when it comes to accuracy and aim time as the 122 TM, but it will have better DPM, and it will has something very unique, which is special matchmaking. So the T34-3 will be a very potent, other version or other option for the 122 TM niche. Now, let's have a look at the new UI elements, which are, in my opinion, amazing. Those are all UI elements which come from something about mods, they're all from XVM or other mods. This one, view the total amount of hit points of each team left, is epic. Like seriously, this is such a good and great addition to the game. It will work exactly the same as we knew it. So for example, if you're on one side of the map and somebody gets spotted on the other side of the map and they maybe receive like 1000 damage or something, it won't show until you spotted them for yourself. But it is a powerful tool. It will also help you know, we are like 6 kills behind, but they are like we are even on HP in like competitive games. That means that you still can win. That still means that you can definitely win those games. And it's just a good mod overall. It will be very good for clan wars. It will be okay for ranked and random battles. Maybe for random battles not that much, but for clan wars, it's amazing. Seriously, super, super good addition. Same goes for this one, because this one, it will indicate which vehicles have already been spotted and which are still fighting in stealth. That is epic. That is a very, 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 very good addition to the game. Because it helps you basically. It takes away less resources of your brain to think, oh, who was spotted, who wasn't spotted yet, and just frees the space up to play better the game normally, you know? It's a very, very good mod, and it's very, very, very nice that Wargaming finally added that UI element to the base game. It makes the to me, honestly, with those changes to the UI, I think that I don't need any mods anymore. The only really thing I need is probably the replay manager, you know, with free cam and stuff like that, and maybe the gunmark mod. Those are the only two mods I still need. The rest will win the game. So that's very, very cool. This one right here, I didn't need it, to be honest. But hey, it's there, so I take it. It just shows if you won or lost the last game while you are in the next one. And lastly, there is something, preferred sniper mode zoom level. I don't really know if I ever use that, if it is just part of the mod or not, but I usually always scroll in myself with mouse wheel. Sometimes I'm using Alt. I have it on Alt because on Shift I have the switching modes. So yeah, but that's everything. Steel Hunter, yes! Steel Hunter got some changes. Most tanks, or basically all the tanks except for the Arlequin, got armor buffs. The Variak and the Valkyrie, which are the more heavy-sided tanks, will also get more penetration on their endgame guns and more hit points, while the Raven gets more armor, and the Harbinger gets also more armor, but loses some hit points. That is a very good idea, I think, because the Harbinger is known to be the best tank, you know, for Steel Hunter at the moment, because it has this Berserker mode with its insane DPM. Raven being probably close, and then the rest, I don't know, like nobody really plays the Variak, nobody really plays the Valkyrie, so we'll see. There are also some other changes, which will make the game a little bit easier for fellow content creators, like some. And the other thing is that it will make it easier to report violations of people teaming. The first one is that the standard repo system will work. That is great. And the second one is that you are allowed to keep watching the game, you know. So for example, if you suspect somebody teaming, you can just watch them and see if their friends are killing them. You say, you know what, screw you, I'm noting down the time in the replay, send the replay in, and bada boom, bada bam, they get banned. So that's a very nice change in my opinion, and will make it also easier for me to make videos on the Steel Hunter mode. Also, Wargaming decided to add the turret ring as well as the observation devices as modules which can get destroyed. So that's something. I don't really see the point of this though. Next thing, the blueprints. Yeah, Wargaming partially listed to the bigger problem about the blueprints. That a lot of people are just sitting around on blueprints which I don't know what to do. The thing is, we, the community, said Wargaming, give us the option to switch between universal blueprints and national blueprints. Because some people have an absurd amount of national blueprints, like Russian, but in the Czech tree they don't have anything, you know? So it would have been great to just exchange them to Czech national blueprints. But nope. Wargaming decided to give you a part of a shop where you can exchange stuff like the 2D styles, like Days of World of Tanks Premium, crew members, and training booklets for different nations. Look, the thing is that I kind of think I know why Wargaming doesn't want to introduce the switching between national and universal blueprints, because it would make the grind even easier. I personally think that right now with blueprints the game is getting way too easy to achieve higher tiers. It makes, or it kind of deteriorates the quality of games, because you have a lot more inexperienced player at higher tiers, in my personal opinion. I still think that a blueprint should have been implemented in the way that they help you research modules of the tank rather than the tank itself. But I guess that would have not been a good monetization way for World of Tanks. Lastly, Wargaming, see this? See this video? Did you watch that? Look, I do pretty good content. I might be a little bit mean against you sometimes, that I'm maybe here and there, you know, very, very stingy and not stingy, but very, very, I already have my eyes open on what you are doing. So I guess maybe you didn't. Point is, if you decide to do a luggage shop like this, come on, SU-122-54, for example, Object 263B, Object 430B, you know, Aufklärungspanther 5. All such tanks you could introduce as special and unique tanks for blueprints. Would be a very cool incentive to try and gather those blueprints, wouldn't it? Come on, Wargaming, take me up on this idea. I don't want money. I don't want money. Just recognition. That's what I want. Now, lastly, we come to a very weird topic. We know that in update 1.12 the new battle pass will come. The thing is, though, it's not being announced yet. We know that it will be the 1-to-1, which you can see right here, the Object 705A, and the T110E3, aka the Pokeball skin. The thing is, those skins will have different stages. So you have 4 different versions of those skins. Because the new idea is that apparently you are going through different stages of the battle pass, and in those different stages you are gathering different amounts of levels for the unique 3D styles. That is pretty interesting if you personally ask me, and this could be a very nice addition, you know, because it will allow you to partially influence how you want your style to look. Still, Wargaming, maybe give us an option to, I don't know, get different colors down here, which I can decide which colors or which camouflage setting. As you can see, all those tanks are winter based, so having a white T110E3 on, for example, Lakeville or El Haluf, it's a little bit weird looking. Also, yes, sure, Antarctica logo right there, I guess. Looks fair and dandy, but come on, I want to have my RagingRaptor logo on that, or like just the Raptor head you have in the game, which my name came from. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But the other big problem is, this is unconfirmed, obviously. I was talking to Harkonnen about this as well. And the thing is, apparently, in this 2021, there won't be an expedition event like we knew it in 2020. Where you are able to get reward vehicles like the Jafu 24, like the Object 777777 version 2, or the AE Phase 1. You won't be able to get them apparently. As far as Harkonnen is concerned, he got the info that they removed the expedition tokens completely because the feedback of the community was, yo, we missed 1 week or something of the event and I wasn't able to get both tanks. The thing is, I'm not sure if Wargaming misinterpreted that, you know, because I really want to reiterate that. A lot of people were just annoyed that you couldn't redo sessions or seasons rather. You know, in 2019, in the first expedition event with the AE Phase 1, you basically needed from the, I think, what is it, from the 10 points? Yeah. You basically were able to grind 10 tokens in 8 seasons or in 8 weeks, you know. And for example, if you say you missed 1 week or even 2 weeks because of work, because of maybe a infectious disease, who knows, you were bedridden or something, you were able to say, I love this game, I'm fit again, I'm happy again, I'm not sick anymore, now I will play a little bit more the next week or the next season to get this tank back or the tokens back. So even if you, for example, were missing 4 weeks of Frontline in 2019, you're still able to do those 4 weeks later down the road. So that meant a win-win for everybody, basically. And this was changing in 2020, which is very, very bad in my opinion. Because again, you know, what happened, like for some people which, for example, have night shift or something, it is very hard to play during those times, you know? And maybe there are vivid World of Tanks fans and suddenly they can't. Now that's just stupid. So we all really just wanted to be able to have the same mechanic as in 2019, that we are able to do again lost seasons, lost tokens, you know. But apparently Wargaming totally misinterpreted that, and apparently the decision was made after players complained the event was too long and if they missed 1 episode they would lose the tank, that Wargaming apparently decided to remove the reward vehicles completely. However, you will be able to earn more points in Frontline and in Steel Hunter for the Battle Pass. And apparently the Battle Pass will now have 150 stages in chapters. 3 chapters in total, 150 stages, meaning each chapter has 50 stages. Which will probably be like each chapter will be for each individual tank, with each individual commander. But seriously, I can't really wrap my head around that Wargaming decided to remove the reward vehicles, you know? Especially, look at how many tier 9 vehicles have been added in 2018 and 2019 and 2019 and 2020. We probably can expect the Kunstpanzer to be the ranked reward for 2021-2022 because it has a very unique feature or a unique mechanic. The Cobra will probably not arrive anytime soon because it's still not balanced. But the Judas 033, the Lorraine 50T, the Object 752, the Steritz 1K and the K91 PT, they all have been went up and down in, you know, in balancing. So I seriously cannot think or see that Wargaming misinterpreted us so badly. Look, we just want to be able to redo lost tokens, you know? When we had to miss 1 week. Again, you could have been bedridden because of the stupid virus, you know? In that week, but you're a big World of Tanks fan and now suddenly you don't even know if you even can get them anymore. Again, the thing is, I feel like we have to wait for Wargaming's official announcement. I don't know, maybe this video is a little bit clickbaity and maybe gets their attention to see that you really want to have those reward vehicles again. Because it's nice, you know, it's nice. For me, it is an incentive to play Frontline and Steel Hunter, especially Steel Hunter, because Steel Hunter is, in my opinion, way too RNG based. Frontline is nice, you can get a lot of credits, you know, that's the good thing about it, and it's very good for grinding tier 8s. Like, it's absurdly good for grinding tier 8s. And absurdly good for grinding credits. I saw people making 1 million in a game, because they had like 500% credit boosters or something. So yeah. But without those reward tanks, I kind of don't have any incentive anymore. So yeah, let's conclude all the things we had today. Update 1.12, in my opinion, is very nice. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. There are very good quality of life changes. I still would like to see maybe some more buffs, or like buffs for the Reno line, or maybe some buffs for the Manticore line, you know, that would be cool, you know, Wargaming. Maybe a buff to SD2, who knows, maybe a little bit more DPM, something like that. It's nice to see that we get buffs to premium tanks, but the Reno Gerante, you know, it's not a fan favorite right now. It's really not a fan favorite, because the whole line is kind of underwhelming. And yeah, the Manticore line is the same deal, you know, maybe give it like 420 alpha, or give it hash, or give it actually good gun handling. The thing about the Battle Pass, we already talked about it. We have to wait for the official announcement. If the official announcement comes, I will do another video about it, telling you what is going on. But right now, I'm just a little bit sitting here shaking my head if this is really true. Again, it is an unofficial info. It's unofficial. However, Harkonnen told me that he had insider information that this is true. So, I don't know. We'll see. We have to wait. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me some feedback. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching and have a great weekend. Cheers.